I almost pressed record and I was not prepared to press record. I was still coming up with what I have to talk about, and I just got the perfect angle. It's not even perfect, but I was like, I'm going to do it anyway. So, yes, I'm back with bad camera quality, bad mic quality, but we still keep talking because I like talking, right? And also, it's too hot today. You don't know, but I'm sweating my face off. So, if by the end of the video I have not died because of heat, I have a fan on today. I have not switched off my fan today because if I did, I would die. And then I realized no one has asked me to do it without the fan on. So that's fine. I'm going to do it with the fan and maybe not die. So today, if you have read the video title, which I hope you have because you've clicked on this video, is If Hope Could Speak. And to continue that sentence, if hope could speak, for me, I think it would speak in faith and resilience. Now, if I have to talk about faith and resilience, which is the entire point of today's video, faith and resilience, I feel like, are two sides of the same coin. How, where, I'm going to tie it all up, trust me, I am, bear with me. But first of all, I would like to talk about this book I've been reading, which if you've been watching my last two videos, you know what book I'm talking about. I'm talking about The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron. I'm not going to show you the book anymore because I think I'm repping the book too much at this point. Read it. It's a good book. But I'm on week 3 of my artist recovery. I've made it to week 3. And I came across this paragraph. On page 63, there's this section called Synchronicity, and in that section it reads, answered prayers are scary. They imply responsibility. You asked for it. Now that you've got it, what are you going to do? Why else the cautionary phrase, watch out what you pray for. You just might get it. Answered prayers deliver us back to our own hand. That is not comfortable. And that got me thinking, like, what do you mean answered prayers, right? What is answered prayer? And honestly, I think anything that feels like an answered prayer has a time limit to it indirectly. Like if I make a wish of becoming a millionaire and I were to get it in, like, I don't know, 80 years or something, on my dying bed, deathbed, I don't think that would be an answered prayer for me. I would be like, yeah, I mean, I had hoped for it, but if it had come to me, like, I don't know, 30 years before, I might have still considered it as an answered prayer. But answered prayer is, again, I don't think answered prayer is just getting what you desire. Where the entire concept of faith and resilience come in for me. Now, I know this might just sound me blabbering on, and I don't want to talk about nonsense just to stuff information in your head and shove it down your throat just because I believe in it. I'm going to give you examples, good ones. So lately, I've been watching these two shows on repeat. I'm sure you know, at least one of them you know, the other one I'm not so sure. So one is a Chinese drama and one is a Korean drama. I have watched a lot of Korean dramas in the past, like in the couple of years, and it's good. Like, it has a very predictable theme to it. So I was not expecting too much, but then again, I had read a lot of reviews of it, so I was like, okay, maybe it's not the basic story. The Korean drama I'm talking about is When Life Gives You Tangerines, and I'm sure a lot of people, like, it's going off the charts, like, it's a hit on Netflix, and people are liking it, basically. The second drama, I have not heard a lot of people talk about it, apart from the very few people who are invested in Chinese drama. It's a Chinese drama, the second one I'm talking about. It's called The First Frost. Now, throughout this video, I want to explain the theme of faith and resilience, and it being the two sides of the same coin called life through these two dramas, right? Because one story is going to be about faith and resilience through love, one is going to be about faith and resilience through pain, and one is going to be through art, because that's the entire point of the video, right? To create more, because I'm on an artist recovery, the whole thing. Anyway, so firstly, The First Frost is a Chinese drama, and I have not watched any Chinese drama at all, ever, right? So I was like, Chinese drama, I don't know. Like, I've not watched it, I'm not too confident about it. I'm happy with my Korean dramas. I know what to expect in the 16 episodes of a Korean drama. I don't want anything too much, like make me think or anything. And Chinese dramas are too long, 32 episodes, almost double. So I was like, should I watch it? But then I saw this one reel of this drama on Instagram, where the male lead and the female lead. The scene was basically the female lead sleepwalks, and the male lead was going around in the house protecting all the cornered edges. Like if there's a table, he would like place his hand on the cornered edge. If there's a door, he would place his hand on the doorknob so that she doesn't hit it and get hurt. And I really liked it, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch it, because I'm very easy to convince like that. But yeah, so the first angle of faith and resilience through love is because of the first frost. And how is it that basically when you're watching the series, the male lead's name is Sangyan and the female lead's name is Wei-Fa. And in this entire series, faith does not feel like a loud, grand declaration. It feels silent, it's more fragile, it's more subtle, subdued, unspoken of, and it catches you off guard. It's almost like you will miss it. It will feel like a love story if you like watch it at one go, twice, thrice, fine. But when you get thinking about it, it will actually hit those notes of faith and resilience. How? I'm going to talk about it. If you've not watched it and you have no intention of watching it, fine, just sit through it and hear me out, right? So the drama paints faith as something that is born out of loss, out of silence, out of surviving things you never thought of. So it is a story about love and how faith stands the test of time, but it's also about faith in a person who does not believe in it. So Wei-Fa, the female character, goes through a lot of hardships, difficulties, trauma after trauma after trauma, death of a father, physical molestation, and God knows what else. And she does not have faith in anybody. Like, she is to a point where she has detached and she has dissociated and she does not trust anybody. Meanwhile, amidst these harsh themes that are playing out in the story, there's a whiplash for the audience almost. Like, you get to see the perspective of the female lead, which is Wei-Fa, and then you get to see the perspective of the male lead, which is Sangyan. And Sangyan is the most precious man ever. He is completely different than Wei-Fa, like no similarities in their characters, but he has a different kind of faith. He has not seen the hardships Wei-Fa has. He has a very simple life. He is fine. Like, he has not seen a lot of trauma in his lifetime. He has supportive parents, has not lost anyone, and I think it's difficult to understand why he is the way he is, because he shows a very different kind of faith. He has this untouchable faith in another person's goodness, and even if he can't see it, and even if they can't see it for themselves, he has that faith in them. And that is a different perspective of faith, right? Because one, you don't have faith in anything, you just have faith in yourself. Second, someone else has a faith in you, which even you can't see and you can't even perceive it at that moment. But isn't it nice and also scary and healing at the same time to have someone believe in you even when you can't believe in yourself? And he loves Wei-Fa, right? And he has been rejected by her. It is shown in the plot that she rejects him because of all the nonsense that's going on in her life, and she has moved on and she has gone to college, even though she had promised him to go to the same college as him, and he's heartbroken and he doesn't know how to deal with it. And normally he, like any other man, would just move on and be like, psych, next time, I guess. But this man, he has so much faith in this girl. He has so much faith. Again, resilience. And wait, let me just get my thoughts together. Yeah. So Sangyan basically has faith in her for 8 years, right? And I think the major concept of faith which this series explores is there's this misconception in people who are basically people who don't believe in God, and they're like, faith means God, religion, all of that crap. But it doesn't have to be, because most of the times what comes with faith is the resilience of knowing that no matter how much you want something, no matter how much you pray for something, want it, ask for it, there is a good chance you might never get it. And that's shown through Sangyan. Like, this dude is waiting for 8 years. He's not even waiting. That's the point. He has such faith in her that he's like, I'm not going to wait, I'm just going to be myself, I'm going to keep yearning for you, I'm going to keep trying to protect you silently, not letting her know he even exists in her life. She finds out 8 years later that he would come to the city she was living in every month to just check up on her, and she would not even know. Like, he's almost stalking her at this point, which is a little unhealthy, but I mean, you know what I'm talking about, right? So if you don't know, well, I can't help you. But what is going on is that he has this faith in her and this resilience that even if Wei-Fa never realizes that he likes her and she likes him, or like they're meant to be together, he still has that resilience that I'm going to do it anyway. And if that is not faith and resilience through love, I don't know what else is. Like, you do it regardless of the results, you do it regardless of whether you are going to get that person or not, you do it regardless of whether you're going to get the respect of that person or not. And that to me is faith through love and resilience in love. Now, at first, like, if you were to analyze the name of the show, The First Frost, you're going to be like, why is it called The First Frost? It has nothing to do with faith, love, resilience, anything. But then, much like faith, if you were to analyze it, it feels harsh. You can't see the results of what you want. For one, you don't know for certain if what you're wanting and what you're wishing for is going to come true or not. You definitely know that there's a good chance it might never happen. So it's harsh. Faith is harsh. You believe in something, and I think I saw this video once, that you can only believe in something as long as you can't see it. Because if you can see it, you know. You don't have to believe in it. You believe only in things. You show faith in things when you can't see it for sure, when you don't know it's for sure. And that's harsh, in my opinion. To just be blindly like trusting something, that's harsh to yourself at sometimes, but you still do it. And maybe just like the concept of the first frost, it's protecting you. It's like the frost protects the seed from the cold winter. So it's a beautiful, beautiful story, and if you really want to give it a watch, like, please do. You will find yourself so enmeshed with the characters, and they are so strikingly apart from each other, and yet the kind of faith they show, one in their own life and second in each other. And it's not even loud grand gestures of love or flowers or this and that. It's just very simple, old school, just believing in the good in someone else, even if you're not like, you're not someone into romantic like story plots or whatever. You can just do it for your platonic relationships. Like, you can find it moving, like, you know, the love you can show for even your friends, your family, your pet, I don't know, like anybody. So that's that. Now, second is about one of my favorite shows ever, When Life Gives You Tangerines. I mean, I'm almost scared to talk about it, because when I start talking about it, I don't know how to stop. So I'm going to try my best to not go off track here. But When Life Gives You Tangerines... Okay, let me not talk about the show. Let me just talk about the name of the show, right? When Life Gives You Tangerines. What comes to your mind immediately? There's this Western English saying, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade, right? We all know that. We've heard it. We've seen it on Instagram, Facebook, on social medias. We've seen the memes, we've shared it, our parents still share it on WhatsApp every morning. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. This show takes a very fun twist on it, and it names it as When Life Gives You Tangerines. Why tangerines? Why not lemons? That's what I thought, right? Because tangerines aren't lemons, and they're sweet, they are bright orange and tender, and you know, they have a lot of layers, and you have to peel it, and then after you've peeled it, you get this fruit to eat. And if that is not life, that is the most playful, fun, sweet metaphor that I've ever heard for life. Now, there's another philosophy in the show, that life doesn't just give you pain. Sometimes life offers unexpected sweetness, much like the tangerine. The tangerine could be sour, it could be sweet, you don't know, right? You're finding it out as you're peeling it and eating it. That's the plot of the show, basically. And if you have to work a little, like peeling back the skin, getting your hands sticky, the sweetness is there, waiting. And if I were to talk about the main themes of the video that I'm talking about right now, is faith and resilience. This show will make you cry. It will make you bawl your eyes out, not because something bad is happening or like something good is happening or like terrible things are happening. It's everything is going on at the same time, and I think that is what life is. And this show portrays this specific kind of hurt that I feel like I can never fathom how people go through it. The pain of losing a parent, the pain of losing a child, and the pain of unfulfilled dreams. This entire show has generations, at least 3 generations. They portray 3 generations, and you get to have this complete perspective as the audience, this complete view of all the dreams, hopes, wishes that are just passed on from generation to generation to generation. And so often we think that, hey, I'm the first one in my family to do this, that hey, I'm the first one, like I did it, I made it out and whatever, like, but we fail to realize that actually we are just a culmination, like this accumulation of all the dreams, hopes, wishes, pain, hurt, all of it, of all the generations that have come before us, and how much they could not accomplish, and how much they had to die with the pain or regret or unfulfillment or guilt or whatever. And we are made through the pain of people who have come before us. How are we made through that? Our psyche is formed because of that. Our environment is formed because of that. How we think, how we feel, what we like, what we don't like, all of it is formed because of what we are fed as a child, not just the food, but like what goes in here. And I think there's this unspoken faith and almost like an endurance that is built in a child when their family members have had struggles or have had dreams that have not been fulfilled. And as a creative or as an artist, I think everybody's an artist and creative in the first place. So as a human being, I would like to say, as a creative human being, you are almost like you owe it to the people in your family to carry on that dream. Even if you can never be that person, it is your responsibility to take it to the further generations, right? And in that show, you get to see the pain of a child when they lose their parent. But then there's this other side of pain, the pain of a parent when they lose their child. And I've always wondered, how do people after they've lost someone, like even if I have gone through it, others have gone through it, like almost in retrospect, I never remember, like how do we wake up the next morning? How do we go about it? And how do we do it? And how do we almost know for sure that hey, I have to move on? Like why don't we just all decide that hey, so I have lost this person and I've decided not to do anything about it, and I'm just going to lie on my bed till the day I die? And why does it not work, right? I know it's a stupid doubt, but I always wondered. And then the concept of resilience comes in, because resilience makes you wake up the next morning. Resilience gives you the strength to show faith in yourself, in your life, in your God, in your religion, spirituality, whatever. It gives you the strength, the courage to show faith in yourself and others. In the show, when life gives you tangerines, they are going through so many terrible things. You could just sit there and cry, but you could still never be in their place. It feels like why is it so painful? Like even the good parts make you want to cry. Like even when something good is happening with the characters, you're so emotionally moved because of all the crap that they've been through, and it almost feels rewarding, but it feels too painful to be a reward at most, and you cry. And I think that is what faith does at the end of the day. It makes you so vulnerable, and it makes you so naked in front of your own self. Like I am putting all of my faith, trust and belief into this thing that I have no clue if it's going to come true. All I can see right now is pain. All I can fathom right now is pain. I don't know if this pain is ever going to end, but regardless, I'm going to show faith, and the resilience in me is going to help me show that to myself or to my life, because I feel like I owe it to myself, even if it might not seem like it, even if I might not be able to fathom it. I feel like I owe it to myself, and yeah, that's beautiful. Now, coming to the point where, as a creator, if you're a creative person and lately you have not been very faithful to yourself, I would like to leave this video for you to think about it. What do you think about faith and resilience? What do you feel like? Like, do you have any memory where you've shown the resilience, where you think you've had the resilience to wake up the next day? and have faith in yourself, because if you're alive at this point, I'm sure you're already doing it. But specifically speaking, for your creative endeavors, have you ever done it? And if not, then what do you think can help you do that? That's a question you should ask yourself. And to end this video, there's this quote by Carl Jung that I love that quote. And it's a small quote, but it's so profound. It says, I don't believe, I know. And that is the most confident quote I have found about faith, that I don't believe, I know. So the next time you find yourself doubting, you find yourself that I don't have the faith in this, I don't believe in God, I don't know what the hell is going on, tell yourself that I don't believe that good things have to happen for me. I don't believe that they are going to happen for me. I know that I'm going to make it out of here. I know that I'm going to turn this around in my favor. Yeah. It's too hot and I cannot be talking any longer because I think I'm dying. It is so hot. But yeah, that's all. If you liked it, I hope you had fun. If not, well, I'm going to be watching myself talk to myself in a camera, so I don't really care. Anyways, bye.